What is up? We are on the Diamond 100K minimum bid, 100K minimum buyout for my snipes of the week. And I saw a Chris Paul, which sadly wasn't a snipe, but I picked him up anyways. For the next snipe, we're on the pretty much just Dominique Wilkins hard scope. Now, this was before my surgery as well, which is why on all of these snipes, I was moving faster. Sadly, saw this and missed it, but yeah. Next up, we're back on this filter. Now, I do think this was after the, what's it called? I believe this was after the super packs. So, someone put this up, and I guess I saw it, and it was a snipe, so. Next up, I'm not sure if this was before or after the super packs. I think it was after as well, but, saw Ricky Pierce for 38K. He was going for, like, I think 46, so it was a good snipe and did sell for that. Next up, we're on the Amethyst cheapest again before my surgery, which is why I was moving way faster on these snipes. And obviously, this was right after the super packs, because why would they be going for that cheap? Next up, I have a clip of what I thought was a snipe because I saw him going for like 120-ish. So I thought I got a bid snipe, although sadly he still did only sell for 100K. So. Next up, we are on the Ruby Poetry Emotion cheapest. Now, this was obviously after my surgery because now it's season 2. And I'm not going to attempt to pronounce his name, but he was a snipe at this time. Again, all of these are now after my surgery, so I'm going to be slower. But anyhow, saw both of these, and they were snipes. Can't remember what I sold them for, but I think it was like 4.5K. So, yeah, it's pretty solid. So. Next up, to piggyback off of the last clip. So that means, obviously, this was literally like 3 seconds after the last clip that I took. I refresh, and bang, this is Kevin Martin for 3K, and got him. I don't... Okay, so they must have been going for like 4.5 still, if I picked both of them up. I can't remember if I did actually end up selling them for 4.5, but I think I did. Next up, we're on the Poetry Emotion Diamond cheapest, which was one of my favorite filters. While the other diamonds were 40K and these guys were 50-ish, or 55-ish. And yeah, I picked up Jamal, and he was selling for like 75, so huge snipe. Next up, we are on the Diamond cheapest, which was on Sunday, I believe. And yeah, saw him up. It was a pretty nice snipe. I believe sold him for 54K. Next up, literally, I think no more than 30 seconds later, I saw these two cards pop up, sniped them both. They were both snipes and for good profit, too. Both, I believe, sold for 54K. Next up, we are piggybacking off of the last, off of the last, clip, sorry. And yeah, saw him. Sadly, he was not a snipe after sold. Next up, we're on the cheapest filter because I watched Jay Grind's video, and for some reason that made me want to hop on the cheapest filter for a while. Anyhow, saw Fred VanVleet for 500 and thought I wasn't going to get him, but I got him. Next up, I had a really big refresh of 5 cards, and sadly, because it was after my surgery, I was really slow sniping and only got one of them. Very, very disappointing. Now, the next day on Monday, I was still recovering from my surgery, so I didn't go to school, and was working the cheapest because of the same reason as yesterday. Now, I did see all 3 cards, and since it was during the day, got them all, sold them nicely. Next up, because again, I think this is piggybacking off of the last clip, but yeah, saw 2 more cards for 600. I think they were going for 700 or 800 at this time, though. Again, I believe I was probably on the cheapest filter for this, and it looks like I was. They must have been going for 700 in this clip. Here you can see that they were going for 750. Oh, no, they must have been going for 800 in this clip, which is crazy. I'm not sure why the cards went up in price so much, but saw Darius and got him. Oh, by the way, cards did go up to like $950 cheapest this week, on Monday, which was crazy. Obviously, this wasn't a time, but 800 was the cheapest. Saw a card for 600 and got him. Okay. Next clip, we got another Aiden for 600 and a Kuzma for 600, which I reacted a little slow on, but hey, got them both and sold them for, I believe, 800. Next up, we are piggybacking off of the last clip again, because that, for some reason, happened a ton this week, and refreshed, and already had seen a Rudy Gobert for a snipe. Next up, again, I'm assuming pretty fast after the last clip, went through and saw 2 sapphires for 700. Knew no matter what they were snipes because they were 700, and sold them for like 1,000. As you can see, they were selling for 800. And by the way, I did sell all of them for snipes in terms of the cheapest players that were up. And for some reason, there's a card up for 500 that was up for 3 minutes I got. Next up, again on the cheapest, for some reason I saw Gems of the Game, which we all know they're selling for about 2,500. So that was actually a really good snipe. So yeah, pretty solid. I think I was checking the price here. Next up, again on the cheapest filter. Now, I believe both of them did sell for like 1.1 thousand. Anyhow, saw him and I missed him for 650. Next up, finally off of the cheapest filter and went to the amethyst filter for a little while and saw Rafer up. He was a snipe, sold him for like 11, I think. This was like right after the last clip, and yeah, all these cards were out for like the past 4 minutes, and they were all for snipes, and I sold all of them for snipes by the time of this video. Next up, we have the Amethyst Pacific filter, which is for sure the best filter if you have like 20 to 30k, where pretty much nobody works this, and I got an AD who sold for like 16k. Next up, I'm on the cheapest filter again. Not sure why. I think I was just checking. Anyhow, looking at Dunktober, saw both of these guys up, and I sold both of them for over 1.5k, I believe. Next up, back on the GOAT filter for this video, saw Anthony Davis for 9.65. I was thinking about it because I saw that one there. Now, the other one was a snipe, just like he was, sold one for 16. Again, I'm back on the filter. Yeah, that Anthony Davis was a snipe. I was thinking about extra hard. Sold him for like 17, I think. And that Curry, I believe, was a barely snipe. So, yeah, good filter. Next up, back again on the enabled Amethyst Pacific filter. Again, the GOAT filter. And I was checking prices for cards. Just going through to see. And saw Anthony Davis for 12k. Sold him for 16 as well. Next up, I'm on the NBA's back. Just, buy now period. Saw him, thought he was a snipe, so I'm going for 120, but he only sold for like 90 for me, sadly. Next up, we're back on the GOAT filter for the last 3 snipes, which is the Amethyst Pacific enabled, just enabling, what's his name? Booker. Saw Durant for 11k, nice snipe there. Again on the GOAT filter of this video, or at least my favorite filters right now. Yeah, this was literally like 10 minutes before this video, and saw LeBron James. Don't know what he's selling for, but nice snipe. And last one, which was literally, I think, a minute after the one before, saw Anthony Davis for 13. And I believe I'm going to sell him back for 16, even though I didn't think he was a snipe. And thank you guys for watching today's video. I'm sorry, I know most of them were on the cheapest filter. And, like, subscribe, whatever, share it to whoever. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye. And I'm sorry that I've been posting these so late. I've been kind of struggling after coming back. But Snipe filter video is coming tomorrow.